Entrepreneur's Journey. Day 4. Shouldn't have thrown that. Okay, this is take 2 of me showing the video. Because the first time I did the take, it was going great. And then I said something silly and I went off on a tangent. And it just felt weird. It reached the point of no recovery. So, take 2. Day 4, Entrepreneur's Journey. As you can see, the compass has already gone through a bit of a change. Wasn't happy with the first iteration. Not really happy with this iteration either, but we'll get there. So, day 4. Also happy, even though this is, let me cut this short, but basically I'm very happy that even though when I'm recording, the screen is like mirrored, so it looks mirrored, I'm glad that yesterday it actually comes out the way I want it to look. So, day 4, Entrepreneur's Journey. Yeah, so today was very unproductive work-wise. I feel really sorry for the company because I was not a good employee today. I was just very physically drained, very tired. Attending 4 weekend seminars in the space of 5 weeks can do that to you. And also just very mentally drained, just from all the things I learned yesterday about me and the very deep intensity that things went through. So yeah, got home, went straight to sleep, and now I'm awake. At least awake, feeling refreshed, and just feeling like I'm kind of in the zone. So it's about 10 o'clock now, and I'm just gonna do stuff. One of the things that I'm gonna do, I'll show you just now. It's I'm holding a couple of things out of the screen, and I'll show those things to you. But yeah, I think this evening is just going to be an important one, just to really recuperate, process, get some really just boring things done out the way, like laundry and cleaning dishes and shit like that. A lot of people say, they use the fact that they have to do all this shit, over the weekend. Oh no, I need to clean my room, I need to clean my house, I need to make sure that everything looks nice, because if it doesn't look nice, then I'm in a bad space, whatever. And those are the people that maybe can't afford to, to get somebody to pay somebody to come in, like a room cleaning service or whatever. And guys, just if you're going to be an entrepreneur, that's a fucking pathetic excuse. Seriously, think about this. There's nothing wrong with washing your clothes and putting them out on the line at night. There really ain't. There's nothing wrong about that. It's what I've been doing for years now, and my clothes are just fine. It's also fun, I enjoy washing the dishes. Either get the music on, or I listen to a lot of talks, a lot of motivational speakers while doing that. But that's just my thing. Wasn't planning on speaking about that today, but that's the genuinely authentic content that you're getting on today's episode. Yeah, wash your dishes and clean your clothes, and you'll become rich. Great. Yeah, so today I did, however, during the office, I did listen to a lot of Craig's talks from the Creative Frequency. He's got his own exclusive little group where he's got exclusive content to listen to, just as a refresher, or to re-get you into that state. So I was listening to that, and it's nice just to have that option, just to stay in that zone. So, why am I in a suit? Because it's not what I go to sleep in. When I woke up, actually every Monday evening I meet up with my business partners at a function, and yeah, so that's where I went. I missed the talk, but I wasn't going to let them down because I needed to go. And by saying that, that's also a bit of my introduction as to what I'm going to be doing to actually create wealth and success. So creating this channel, this is obviously my journey, but obviously you need a vehicle to actually get you to creating wealth. I think I've got a bit of a duality here, because even though I'm pursuing, this specific vehicle, I'll touch on it properly. I think it absolutely deserves, a day episode, so to speak, in and of itself. Who's messaging me? Oh, that's my battery dying. So I'll touch on that. But yeah, so it's a bit of a duality, because I've got that, which I'm actively pursuing. I want to become successful in my business vehicle of choice. But at the same time, I'm creating alchemy in a way, because I'm creating this channel and I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know where it's going to take me, and we'll see. Maybe something really significant will come of it, or maybe it won't. Maybe literally this will just be some vessel on the internet that's literally just me speaking for 18 months, 0 views at all, but it's me. And yeah, so I went there and I met up with one of my business partners, and actually ordered some books a while back. So I got the package of books. Before I touch on that, I think one thing that I forgot to mention, now that I have been speaking about it, one thing that I forgot to mention was there was a third reason why I started this channel. I remember I said there were 2 reasons. First reason was I forgot, and second reason I forgot. Watch the previous other day's episodes, whatever, and you'll hear those reasons. But third reason is to be accountable. I've never actually been good at being accountable. And I think there's no better way to be accountable than posting every fucking day on the internet about all the shit that you've been through and where you're going and where you're on track. Now, that's just my personal way of being accountable. I did show you guys yesterday, you can use a journal. You don't have to, and that's something you can do to keep yourself accountable. This is just my way. You don't have to think, oh, because this guy on the internet's making a YouTube channel, that therefore you have to, and if you don't, you won't become successful. That's absolute horseshit. You just need to be accountable. If it's a journal, if it's somebody that you trust and you can, or a mentor, or whatever, it just helps you stay on track. And but I mean, really, if you're gonna be going big, then hey, put your stuff on the internet if you want, because hey, there's no better way to keep yourself accountable than being vulnerable. Not vulnerable, but just being open, on the internet, just being open to that, and open to the fact that you are sharing your experience with the world and whoever wants to, tag along with you. So back to the goodies that I have in my hand. One of the weekend seminars that I went to over this past month was Allan Pease. So Allan Pease is a body language expert. He has written several books. A lot of them I have not read, but I will be getting to them at some point. So he was one of the key speakers. And yeah, so I bought his package. So the package that he was, and it finally arrived, because unfortunately there was a shipping strike on the way from Australia to South Africa. So we only got this stuff now. So 2 books. One is The Answer, How to Discover What You Want from Life, Then Make It Happen. The other is Questions Are the Answers, How to Get to Yes in Network Marketing, which should be a bit of a clue as to the main vehicle that I'm using to build wealth. Again, that'll get its own episode. So it comes with 2 CD packs as well. So very excited to listen to those, and very excited to learn. Now, the other thing I want to touch on is, I think it's a lesson to learn. So well done for sticking around so far on this video, because I think this is probably the major lesson. That weekend seminar was Friday evening, all of Saturday, and like most of Sunday. I missed half of it, and here's why. Because at the time, the company that I was working for, my 9 to 5 desk job, launched this ridiculous project, and it's like it burnt me out completely. I was actually speaking to somebody about this today. So it burnt me out completely, and the deadline that was supposed to be on a Wednesday, I only ended up finishing the project on Saturday afternoon. Now, what did that cost me? That cost me a lot of stress and emotional energy, lack of sleep, because I was just working endlessly and endlessly and endlessly and endlessly to try and get this thing done. What's the big thing that it cost me, though? I spent my creative energy on something that really isn't going to help me become successful. I don't want the 9 to 5 paycheck. Like you can work yourself to the fucking, to your brain pops out of your ears for what? Maybe a couple of extra thousand on the paycheck. And then what? You end up spending so much. You end up spending more because you have more, but then what? What's next? How much? If you've already gone and burnt yourself out just to get that small little extra pay raise, how much more do you have to give then if you want to get more? Do you have it in you to actually give that much? And then if you don't, then what? Are you stuck? So so the big takeaway, I don't think I've hit it yet, is that I've touched on it, so let me be blunt, is the fact that I missed half of a weekend seminar. So for all of Friday, all of Saturday, because I was just fucking burnt out, I missed out on multimillionaire business owners teaching and equipping me on how to become successful. I missed that because my focus was on being successful in this job. If you didn't know, job is actually an acronym for just over broke, because they pay you just enough to keep coming back at the end of the month. And it's a bit, it's a bit disappointing because I only really got to see Allan talk once, and I missed quite a lot. So maybe the book will make up for it, but so exciting, but a bit bittersweet. The last thing I want to close off with today's talk episode, today's day, is after I hit stop on this recording, I'm actually going to get to finishing this book that I've been reading. A lot of the principles that Craig teaches are based on this book, The Magician's Way, by Craig's mentor, William Whitecloud. It's fucking awesome. It's not personal development. It's thought. It's the power in thought and mind power and the power of, but it's not personal development mind power. It's actual how to get to your genius. How to get to that flow, that zone. And also, so it's two dynamics, really. I wasn't planning on fully discussing the book because I think I want to do that when I've actually finished it and processed it. But it's twofold. It's one, it's how to discover your genius, how to get into that flow where everything is effortless. And two, how to understand the structures that you've built and the belief systems that you've subconsciously built to that make you sabotage yourself unconsciously. So it's a twofold dynamic, but I'll touch on that more once I've fully finished the book. I have to, and also once I've grasped the content, because I'm still digesting all of the stuff that I learned a month ago when I first attended Craig's course. So with that, folks, we're done with day 4. Hope you guys have had a good one. All 0 of you who have currently subscribed to my channel, well done. But yeah, I hope you've had a good one. I hope that I hope that you're actively seeking a way to find your journey and your path, and that you've progressed. And if you haven't, what you're waiting for, guys? Take the first step. You know, if the first step is too big, then deconstruct the step, make it small and little, and then take that little step. Because once you take the little step, then you've taken action. So I'll leave you with that. See you tomorrow.